Being that it's Monday, it's a beautiful day in San Diego. Can't complain about a thing. Not really, Definitely here at my place of employment, taking my lunch. Just want to share with you something that came across my desk, something that was asked of me in regards to what is full recognition. And we can have that discussion today. So, as soon as you get on, hey, send your lodge a shout out. Certainly appreciate you coming in, having this conversation with me today. And it's going to be interesting. I mean, I've covered this subject, I think, before a couple of, but with this particular subject, we're going to go into a little bit more detail in regards to full recognition versus having recognition in that process. So we're going to do that. And also, I'm going to talk about some of the OES works. Got to talk about my sisters. So greetings everyone who's getting ready to come on. Definitely big shout out to you. Let me see, the most wished for Hammer, Biff Grand Lodge, state of Tennessee. Greetings to you. Hope all is well. Greetings from King James 310, Dallas, Texas. Big shout out. Oh, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that, Josh. Thank you very much. And to my brothers of the craft, sisters of the order, and to everyone who's part of the Society of Freemasons in the Order of the Eastern Star, greetings and blessings to you today. So we're going to get right into this, and if you have any questions along the way, please go ahead and post that. Greetings, Brother Terrell. How's everything going? Don't forget, Brother Terrell, your fellowcraft degree work is going to be coming up this month, so I'm looking forward to that. Greetings, fellow mechanics. Oh, okay, from the mechanic order. Greetings. So look, we're going to talk about full recognition. What is full recognition? Well, I can say this, based upon different jurisdiction, does full recognition look like? Full recognition is that where both Masonic bodies agree to have full visitation amongst the craft. That means that I'm able to sit in your lodge, you're able to sit in my lodge. We agree on the terms, conditions, that both lodges operate basically the same. Whatever you do, I do over here. Opening ceremonies are basically the same. Closing. So you're basically duplicating whatever the other jurisdiction is doing, pretty much. I'm not saying that it's going to be always that way, but pretty much that's what you're doing when you have, what's up, Brother Teller, when you have full recognition with another Masonic body. You have all the perks that come along with that. And some people say, well, Brother Hawkins, what are those perks? Well, when you have full recognition with another Masonic jurisdiction, the perks are is that you have the opportunity to sit and lodge with them, to Masonically, what they call have intercourse with them, meaning that when I come to your meeting, I'm in it. I'm like you. We open, we close the same. We're like brothers. When I say like brothers, I'm clearly saying that this is how it's treated. Okay, when you talk about full Masonic recognition between two competent Masonic bodies, clearly it is, for the most part, the only thing you're agreeing to is sitting in a lodge together. Period. If you just want to skip through all other protocol and procedures, it's clearly saying, okay, I'm going to accept you, you're going to accept me. I see that you open this way and you open that way or close this way, and we can both agree on these things, and you go into that agreement with the other Masonic body. Now, here recently, big shout out, I'm going to say this here, big shout out to the Grand Lodge of Tennessee, most wishful Prince Hall, and to the Grand Lodge of Tennessee, state body Grand Lodge of Tennessee, for having mutual recognition amongst each other. Now, just to clear the air, from what I've gotten from other people in regards to this has just took place over the weekend. They don't have full recognition. That's none of my business. I'm just sharing with you what was brought to my attention, that they didn't have full recognition. I've talked about that before. And hey, like I said, that's on them. That's totally on them. When you do not have full recognition with a jurisdiction, that's between you and that jurisdiction. My job today is to explain to you that when you do have full recognition with another Masonic body, it clearly states that you are able to sit in Masonic Lodge. Now, there's a process. Now, when you go visit that lodge, you may have to contact that secretary, okay, and let them know that you wish to visit that lodge on that night. And they can exclaim to you, they can say, yes, you can visit, no, you can't, based on what's happening at night. Plain and simple. You know, full recognition, it's an item that is used between two Masonic bodies who have a mutual respect for each other, and they chose to fellowship Masonically that way. That's really it. It's not that complicated. So for those of you who was hitting me up asking me about it, it's not that complicated. You know, I wish that most of us, your grand body, would definitely go into having Masonic talks with other jurisdictions. I think that's wonderful. I think that's beautiful when that can happen. Wishful, was there ever recognition between the Most Wishful Prince Hall Grand Lodge and John G. Jones before Prince Hall was recognized? No. There was never a recognition between John G. Jones Grand Lodge and a Prince Hall Masonic Lodge. I can say this: in the state of California back in 2011, there was a meeting between both jurisdictions in regards to a mutual recognition, respect, for lack of a better word, that we set a table together. Hold on. Okay, so back to what I was saying, Josh. Back in 2011, there was a meeting with the Grand Lodge of Prince Hall and John G. Jones Grand Lodge, and a couple other Masonic bodies came together, sat at the table, and we did have discussion in regards to recognition. And that never happened based upon what was asked of the other Masonic bodies. That wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. Hey, brother. Hey, what's up? Hold on, I'm going to check this out real quick. It says, but then sometimes, I'm going to go back. I missed that. Okay, it says, but then sometimes you have jurisdictions do a compact or mutual recognition without lodge visitation. That is true. You can do a compact and an agreement without having lodge visitation. You're absolutely right. But what is it to do that and not have visitation? What is it for you to have mutual recognition with a Grand Lodge and you don't have full visitation? I've never understood that. That is something that my jurisdiction would never succeed to. We either have full recognition or no recognition at all. And there's no skin off of our backs, and there's definitely probably no skin off of your back. I would say to any Masonic body, if you're going to have Masonic recognition with another jurisdiction, you need to have full recognition, you know. But if this is the process that one goes through to achieve full recognition, also more be. If this is that process that's going to get you to have that full recognition, go for it. But I want it right off the top. I don't want to come into it half-stepping. That's me. But like I said before, you know, when you're talking full recognition and all that stuff, that's between those two jurisdictions. And it's a beautiful thing when Grand Lodges are able to do that. And like I said before, even when I got started, congratulations. That is sincerely from the heart. I know a lot of people are hating, and a lot of people have a lot to say, and I've seen some of the things on various Facebook groups, you know, and I'm going to say this to my mainstream counterparts out of the various jurisdictions. As I peeped in on some of the Facebook comments, and you're laughing, you know, and yeah, I said that. I'm saying this in regards to what I've seen for myself. I find that to be very disrespectful and very distasteful, being coming from the Masonic body, the Society of Freemasons. You know, these two jurisdictions worked out a Masonic agreement between themselves, and all I can see is ha ha, he, you know, the comments that you're making towards the PHA Grand Lodge, to me, is unacceptable. I mean, that's my personal opinion. But being in these various Facebook groups, man, it makes you wonder in regards to Freemasonry itself and how people are easily, acceptable and you tolerate it. That's unacceptable. And I said what I had to say, and I got kicked out the group. So what? You know? Yeah, I defended some brothers. I did, and they was like, no, you gotta go. Ah, man, look, and that's the thing. Brothers of the craft, sisters of the order of this society, you're gonna have to take a stand and stand up for your jurisdiction, or stand up for the next man. When you see that someone is being clowned in some of these groups, and all you do is sit idly by, well, they ain't talking about me. They talking about you. They talking about you too. Trust me, they talking about you too. But you don't say anything. You just let it go all the way by, and that's sad. Wishful being in the most wishful Grand Lodge, California, I have loved every minute of my journey. The only thing I hate is that how can we call John G. Jones Grand Lodge and other so-called clandestine Grand Lodges? That's when in some states. Hey, Brother Josh, I would say this. On your journey as a Mason, treat every Mason with dignity and respect. That's what you do on this journey. And trust me, you're going to find a true Masonic brother along the way. They may not even be in your jurisdiction. So enjoy the craft. Love the craft, man. Just the Society of Freemasons is an awesome society to be part of. But like with anything, you have your, oh my God, you have them crazies. You have them crazies, but you got to go beyond that. You have to set the example. And Josh, I'll tell you, they need Masons like you. We all do. In all of our jurisdictions, we need Masons like that. If we are going to make this society of Freemasonry to be that which we claim it is, we're going to need individuals and brothers of the craft and sisters of the order to really stand up and proclaim and say, this is what it's all about. Stop all the nonsense and the BS. I get, like I said earlier, getting kicked out of a group because I'm defending someone, and I know the brothers wouldn't have defended me. I know that because they haven't. But I'm built different. That's all that is. When you're built different, people look at you like, well, damn, you gonna defend him? Yeah, I'm gonna defend him. He and I may have our differences. That's cool, but I'm still gonna defend him. Period. That's me. I'm built different. And I think that other brothers should stand up when you see some injustice taking place against another fellow brother in these BS Facebook groups. Man, come on now. It's possible to respect the people of China without respecting the Chinese government. Of course, that's the same thing here in the United States. It's the same thing here, bruh. It's the same thing here. So definitely. You are built like that, Brother Muhammad, because you believe in I, my brother's keeper. Absolutely. We should be. That's just what I was taught. That's just how I grew in this society we call Freemasonry, and I really enjoy it. Greetings, Grand, to all the brothers and sisters. Past Grand Master, what's going on with you? Hope all is well out of New York. Greetings. I hope that you're healthy, bruh, because last I looked, you was in the hospital. Just thinking how power and world changing that would be if we had a full recognition across the world. Well, let me tell you, in dealing with full recognition, it is up to each Grand Lodge to accept or deny recognition with anyone. It is just up to them, and it's just the way it is. Like button yeah, hit the like button for me. I appreciate it. If you would do that. But definitely, as I was saying, to have full recognition around the world, that sounds great. It is. I'm not gonna ever say what's not possible. I would just say to each Masonic body, they should seek recognition with whom they want to have that with. Plain and simple. It is not even that complicated. And I say that based upon my own journeys and my particular jurisdiction. This past weekend, I want to send a big shout out to the brothers of the craft here in San Diego. I had an opportunity to have lunch with some of the brothers from the Grand Lodge of California who came out. We sit, we talked, we chatted, we ate, good fellowship, and we even talked about this same subject briefly. And it was a good conversation. It was a good conversation piece, But it's just something you have to kind of look at. It's just something you have to kind of look at between you and your jurisdiction. I feel like if we did a half recognition, I think it would be right. Why do something halfway? Well, that depends on your Masonic body and the other Masonic body. That's the way the paperwork was drawn up. The documentation says this and says that, and they agreed to it. So they went ahead and said, okay, we would do half recognition or whatever agreement they came to. But we shouldn't really beat that horse. I've talked about that. We really shouldn't beat that horse. And today's subject, when we're talking about full recognition, it is just from my experience, and I'm only going on these 32 years that I've had, 35 years now that I've had in this Masonic order, that if you're going to do something, do it all the way. Don't half do it. Don't half do it. Do it all the way. Do it all the way. Go all the way in. Don't half step. Go all the way in. That would be me. When I was on the committee of recognition for my jurisdiction, it's just the way I summed it up. I said, if we're going to have mutual recognition with anybody, we're going all the way. We're not going halfway. And it works for us. It works for us. A small step. Absolutely. Small steps. And sometimes it takes that to go and to move forward. It really does. Greetings, brother, past Grandmaster. My prayers are with you, my brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, look, I'm getting ready to come to a close. I certainly appreciate you guys teaming in and coming in today and charming in on this thing we call recognition, having full recognition. And to my sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star, I'm going to give you this point, and I want you to think about it. The fifth point of your star is the third degree for the Master Mason. The fifth point of your star, sisters, is the third degree in the Master Mason degree work. So brothers of the craft, sisters of the order, I'm letting you know, and you can check this out for yourself if you are a member of either the Order of the Eastern Star or a Master Mason. The fifth point of the Order of the Eastern Star is the Master Mason degree work. It's a fact. It's not an assumption, and it's not just my opinion, but it's a fact. Now it's up to you to go look at that and connect that dot. So let me see what else is up here. I think about it. If Freemason is a craft, there are many companies that work within the same craft, even though they are set along the same company. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Brother Josh. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is where we're at today. So as always, enjoy the craft, enjoy the Society of Freemasonry and the Order of the Eastern Star, and get all you can get out of it, and have a ball with it, man. I'm getting ready for have our annual grand session. Brother Josh, if you find yourself in Los Angeles in a couple of weeks, I'll reach out to you, and you can come by and we can sit down and have a cold one or whatever, and chit chat a minute. Session will be the Santa. I want to make sure I say this right. I think it's the Santa Ista Hotel, West Century Boulevard, Los Angeles. So we'll be there for about 3 days in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to the session. We have some guests coming in from Florida, Brother Ryan and some of the brothers that are coming in from Tennessee. So I'm looking forward to this session. It's going to be great. So hey, as always, whatever you do, keep your light on, stay out the bushes. God bless you and yours. And to the brothers of the craft, sisters of order, whatever you do, stay on the square and definitely mark the point. I'm out. How do I get? Oh, there you go. I said I was sure. All right, I think that's it.